Talk about how does it feel there tonight?
It is still humid out here, guys. Great to be with you again. Steve, you were just talking about how schools were even closing early in parts of the Northeast. We had that yesterday here in Milwaukee. Milwaukee Public Schools actually dismissed early because it was not only so hot, but also so humid with those dew points in the mid 70s yesterday. We're still contending with those high dew points today, but there is some much needed relief on the way here starting tomorrow.
You know, you'd think if you have school starting after Labor Day, which is pretty late, some school districts go back in early August, you'd be able to dodge some of the worst of the heat. Not the case. I did notice you guys had some showers and storms pushing through the area, but the big story with this front, not necessarily the storms, it's what you got behind it, that air mass that's going to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. So this has been a hot stretch for us, as it is now in the Northeast as well. We actually tied a record high on Sunday and broke a record high on Labor Day. Now we're going to start the cool down, and we do have a couple of those showers and thunderstorms moving through tonight. Nothing overly impressive in terms of thunderstorms or rain with this, but it is that cool down, Marissa, as you mentioned. Temperatures in the 70s here this evening with those humidity levels still on the high side, but once the cooler air arrives overnight, it's going to be much cooler around here tomorrow. Take a look at this. In fact, we could struggle to hit 65 for a high in Milwaukee tomorrow. That's after days and days of 80s and 90s. And consider this, our average high this time of year is 77. So we went from well above average over the holiday weekend now to well below average for the end of the week.
And that looks good. And the trade-off with this, Tom, is you're looking at, yes, those cooler temperatures, but what's providing this is some thunderstorm activity. Looking at the latest drought monitor, Wisconsin, some spots still struggling, especially the southwestern corner. Have you gotten any good rain totals today, or is it kind of going by too fast?
Yeah, it's been scattered. We had one little rain shower that came over my house earlier, dropped close to a ½ an inch. So it's much needed, but it's not uniform right across the area. So unfortunately, I don't think it's going to help our drought conditions overall. We really need those good soaking rains. Hopefully those will come here in the future, but the scattered thunderstorms are tough when they're kind of the hit or miss variety and they come through pretty quick. But Steve, as you said, yeah, we are still in a deficit for rain around here, and we certainly need it.
And I gotta ask you, Tom, too. I mean, what do you think? You know, I complained about how summer was off to a slow start. Literally every day I complained about how it was cold.
I remember.
Right, yeah. and then it just got hot, and it is this last ditch effort. I'm kind of over it now. What about you? I mean, are you ready to say goodbye to the heat? 70s, 60s, that kind of sounds nice.
Yeah. You know, and after school starts, you mentioned school starts a bit later up here, right around or just after Labor Day in many areas. And I think we're all kind of ready for fall now. We're kind of ready for that fall-like air to come in. We're ready for the pumpkin spice, right? And all that kind of stuff that comes along with fall. So, yeah, I'm kind of ready here for that cool down to come in.
Tom, you just opened up the door. I got to ask you, are you a pumpkin spice guy? How many pumps are you putting in your pumpkin spice?
Yeah, I'm not a huge pumpkin spice guy, but I will put like 6 pumps of caramel in the latte. So nice. I'm all about the sugar.
I like your style. All right, Fox 6 Milwaukee meteorologist Tom Wachs, thank you again for another amazing Wachs Wednesday.